That nagging feeling in the pit of your stomach when you check your bank balance. Yeah, you're not alone. We've all been there, scrolling through an endless feed of financial advice on our phones, each post a confusing mix of doomsday predictions and get-rich-quick schemes. It's the human relationship with money, a blend of deep desire, a fear of scarcity, and the nagging feeling we're somehow doing it wrong. In his best-selling book, The Psychology of Money, Morgan Housel cuts through this noise. Rather than focusing on complex algorithms or market trends, he examines the often overlooked driver of financial well-being, our own behavior. Housel's work is both a comforting hand on our collective shoulder and a call to action, revealing how mastering our money mindset is more powerful than any hot stock tip. Let's explore 5 key lessons from Housel's work that resonated deeply with me. A writer who admittedly has spent more time agonizing over budgets than spreadsheets. These timeless principles can empower your own financial journey too. Lesson 1. Behavior beats book smarts. We've been conditioned to think that financial success is reserved for Wall Street whizzes, that understanding compound interest requires an advanced degree. Housel, however, challenges this assumption. Success in finance, he argues, isn't about complex formulas. It's about the much messier human element, our actions, reactions, and ingrained habits when it comes to money.
Consider this. Who is more likely to achieve financial security? The friend who meticulously tracks every penny, or the one who drops their entire paycheck on the latest gadget the second it's released? Often it's the person with the disciplined, patient approach, the one who chooses delayed gratification for long-term gains, no matter their income.
Practical tip: don't get lost in complex financial jargon or feel pressured to become a spreadsheet guru overnight. Instead, focus on building positive, actionable habits today. Automate your savings, download a budgeting app, and actually use it. And remember that even small, consistent efforts yield surprisingly significant results over time. Lesson 2. Embrace the uncontrollable luck and risk. We've all fallen prey to the sure thing investment, only to watch its value plummet faster than our enthusiasm for that new diet. It's tempting to believe we're in complete control, that with enough research and savvy, success is inevitable. The truth is far less predictable.
Housel reminds us that nothing is as good or as bad as it seems. Luck, both good and bad, plays a far more significant role in financial outcomes than we often acknowledge. Pretending otherwise, that every win is solely due to our brilliance and every loss someone else's fault, leaves us ill-equipped to navigate the inevitable ups and downs.
Take my friend Sarah. She poured her heart and soul, not to mention her savings, into opening a charming bakery. Her talent was undeniable, her pastries divine. But the pandemic had other plans. Situated on what was once a bustling street corner, her shop became a casualty of lockdowns and cautious consumers. Foot traffic dwindled, supply chains sputtered. Even the aroma of fresh-baked bread couldn't entice customers through the anxiety that now permeated the air. She was eventually forced to close.
However, instead of succumbing to despair, she acknowledged the uncontrollable forces at play, recognizing that sometimes even our best efforts can't outmaneuver bad luck. This perspective, embracing humility and resilience in the face of both success and failure, is, as Housel would agree, what allows us to rise stronger from setbacks and appreciate the role of serendipity in our successes.
Lesson 3. Time, the unsung hero of wealth building.
The greatest returns in life come from planting trees under whose shade you do not expect to sit, Housel writes, offering a beautiful analogy for the power of compounding, a force often overshadowed by the allure of immediate gratification.
Imagine planting a small seed. Initially it seems insignificant, barely noticeable amidst the freshly turned soil, but with consistent nurturing like clockwork contributions to an investment account, it takes root.
Years pass, seasons change, and where once stood a fragile seedling now towers a mighty tree, its sprawling branches offering shade far exceeding the sum of its rings.
The growth appears almost magical, exceeding what we may have thought possible from such humble beginnings, just like investments patiently compounding over time.
Someone investing $100 a month from age 25 could find themselves with over $200,000 by retirement, even assuming modest returns, simply by harnessing the often underestimated force of compounding.
Actionable takeaway. Stop waiting for the perfect time or that windfall of cash before you begin. Time is your greatest financial asset. Make it work for you by starting now, however small.
Commit to consistently investing a portion of each paycheck and watch as the seemingly insignificant transforms into the significant, propelled by the steady force of compounding.
Lesson 4, freedom over flash, the real prize.
Housel's message isn't about scrimping and saving every penny, living a life devoid of joy or spontaneity. Rather, he urges us to reconsider our definition of wealth.
Controlling your time is the highest dividend money pays, he argues. It's not about accumulating the most possessions, but about accumulating choice, the freedom to spend our most valuable resource, time, in ways that deeply resonate with us.
Several years ago, I found myself at a crossroads. My job, while financially rewarding, had become a soul-crushing grind. The thought of hitting the send button on my resignation felt reckless, irresponsible even.
Another zero in my bank account suddenly seemed insignificant when weighed against the prospect of another day, another meeting, chipping away at my spirit. The freedom to pursue my passions, to reclaim autonomy over my days, that was true wealth, and it was a price I was finally willing to pay.
The takeaway: financial independence isn't a golden ticket reserved for lottery winners and trust fund kids. It's about living within our means and building a cushion, not to hoard, but to allow for risk-taking, career pivots, or simply the peace of mind that we have options, choices that extend beyond the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle.
Lesson 5, expecting the unexpected, tail risk and financial resilience.
Just when you think you've mastered the art of budgeting or discovered the investment strategy of your dreams, life throws a curveball. These unexpected events, what Housel refers to as tail risks, are not a matter of if, but when.
Job loss, global pandemics, surprise home repairs with the price tag of a small car. They can derail even the most carefully crafted budget.
You can be wrong half the time and still make a fortune, writes Housel, not as an endorsement for reckless gambles, but as a testament to the power of preparation.
By diversifying your investments, embracing a when it rains, it pours mentality with a healthy emergency fund, and accepting that curveballs are part of the game, we build resilience, a financial armor that allows us to weather life's storms without capsizing.
Remember, you don't need to predict the future, merely respect its unpredictable nature. Approach your finances with the awareness that unexpected events will happen, and by doing so, you'll be equipped to handle them not with panic, but with the calm assurance of someone who planned not only for the sunny days, but for the inevitable storms as well.
The psychology of money isn't just a how-to guide. It's a roadmap to a healthier, happier relationship with our finances. By understanding the often irrational, very human emotions behind our money choices, we equip ourselves to make better decisions that support our values and long-term goals. Ultimately, it's not just about amassing wealth, but about cultivating the financial well-being to pursue the life that truly matters to each of us. What will you choose?